Hello, it's Lucy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how to make gazpacho, and I'm not talking about the chilled soup most people in the United States are familiar with, but gazpacho, which is a salad made here in Puerto Rico with bacalao, which is basically salted codfish or salted fish. Now the gazpacho known in the States is a chilled soup that is made with ripe tomatoes, cucumbers, bell peppers, onions, and celery. But that's not what we're making here. But the funny thing is that a lot of Puerto Rican people who may go to Spain, because I've heard stories, will sit there excited that they're going to have some gazpacho and end up with this chilled soup and say, well, what the heck is this, right? I've never had it. I love soups. I don't mind trying a gazpacho. Maybe one day I'll actually make it. But in today's video, it's all about the criollo, and that is the gazpacho, which is basically the bacalao salad. And it's very easy. But first, let me talk about bacalao. Bacalao is a salted fish, and basically it's made out of cod, right? But sometimes it could be made out of another fish. Another popular fish that they make it out of is pollock fish. I hope I'm pronouncing that. It's P-O-L-L, let me see, O-C-K. I actually have a bag of it here. Actually, I got to return this bag back to my mother because I had actually prepared some bacalao, but I threw away the package, right? Silly me. So how am I going to demonstrate here what it looks like if I throw away the package? But this is a 4-pound bag. This is about 25 bucks roughly, so it's expensive. Now imagine if it was the traditional codfish. This would run you somewhere between 45, 35, probably even more for it, because it is very expensive. Sometimes you will find the codfish in a big old plastic bag. It's the whole fillet in a bag, and that will run you anywhere between $17 to $35, $40. I mean, it's expensive. And sometimes if you're lucky, you can find it for $7, $8, $10. More like 12 bucks in a little wooden box, right? But for now, what we're going to use is the salted pollock, right? Because that's what we have available. It's not easy to actually find the cod, and then it's really, really expensive. And to me, I don't taste the difference, but then that's just me because I really can't tell the taste between one fish or another except for the bass, but that's a whole other story, right? So what is salted fish? Well, once the fish is gutted and cleaned, right, they will salt it and put it to dry. And so when you get the package, you have to rinse that salt off. So there's two ways to prepare the bacalao. One way is if you know ahead of time, like a day before, that you're actually going to be preparing this gazpacho, or even another dish that we use with root vegetable that's more stewed, then you would do it a day in advance. And how you can do that is by just rinsing off that thick layer of salt and then putting it in water and then letting it soak there and changing the water every now and again until you got that salt removed, or it's left with as much salty taste that you want, right? The other way is that if you're like me and you're off the cuff, you never know what you're going to cook until the last minute, and you feel like making gazpacho, you can boil it. Just rinse off the salt and put it in a pot and boil it. Well, you don't want to boil it per se, right? Because you're not trying to boil the heck out of the salted fish. But at least you want it to come to a simmer, and then you want to take the water out. I'm sorry, there's a truck. Because this happens every single time I'm doing a video. Bingo! Tomorrow at the plaza. Woohoo! I'm sorry for that, right? This is life. That's what happens, right? But as I was saying, you can remove the water and taste a little bit of the salted fish. If you feel that it's too salty, still, not for your liking, you can go ahead and add some more water. And in a saucepan, you know, nothing difficult. Add a little water there to cover up the salted fish and then put it to simmer again. And you do this to taste until So you decide how salty you actually want your fish to be, because really if you remove all of the salt, you're just only going to be adding salt to it, and that just seems kind of not necessary, right? Because it had salt to begin with. But anyways, I used a pound of salted fish. So this is what it looks like. This, I put it on the stove and I simmered it, right, to remove some of the salt. See if you can actually see it there. And I'm going to be crumbling it with my hands because I think, I don't know, they come with spine and then without spine, right? And I think I had used 2 packages that were 7 ounces each, and I think one was 1 and the other was with the spine. So, you know, because what are you going to do? And then what you also need is avocados. And I like sharing recipes with something in season. And right now in Puerto Rico, it's avocado season. I'm going to have avocados coming out the ears, but it's okay because I'll find 1,000,001 things to do with it, and that's fine by me because avocados are good for you. They're delicious. And here I'm lucky enough to get a variety of different avocados. So this avocado here came from my father's garden, right? He has a beautiful avocado tree, and he was fortunate enough to be able to grow another one, because when Hurricane Maria came, he had a beautiful avocado tree sitting right in the middle of his yard. It was like the grand thing in the yard, right? And Maria came and she knocked that bad boy down, and we were like, oh no, because it takes a long time to grow an avocado tree, and you know, and for it to actually give you fruit, right? So he planted one, and it's only been 5 years and he got avocados. I'm like, does that man have a green thumb or what, right? And then this is another avocado. I call this the Guido avocado because if you can tell, I have a plastic bag over them because I knew I'd be chit-chatting here and I don't want them to go brown, right? But as you can see, they almost have like a Guido look. I don't know if that's the name of it. That's what I call it, right? And then this is an avocado that a neighbor gave me, Maria. Thank you, Maria. And these are another type. This was a lot bigger, a lot rounder, and these are delicious as well. So, as I said, for this gazpacho salad, basically is what it is. You're going to have the salted fish, the avocados, and you only need 1 avocado. I have 4, but I'm going to use 1 whole one, and we'll play it by ear and see, right? 2 tomatoes. I have Roma tomatoes here, but any tomatoes will do. And a white tomato that you normally would chop up, but I'm going to slice it because my husband doesn't like onions. I believe I mentioned that in past videos. But if I slice it up, he can remove it and be okay with that. You're also going to need some olive oil, some vinegar, and some salt and pepper. And we're going to go ahead and start working on our salad here. I'm going to use this big old plate because I kind of want you to see exactly what it's looking like as I put it there, right? So let me start off with my tomatoes. These have been washed, so I'm just going to go ahead and just remove the ends and just chop these in, just chop them up, you know, any which way you want. But yeah, this is a really nice salad when you don't feel like cooking. Let me tell you, it has been so hot here in Puerto Rico. I mean, like, I'm sweating. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it is hella hot, let me tell you. And the humidity is ridiculous. And I just got back from a wonderful vacation, a week in Isla Verde, San Juan, celebrating my 15th wedding anniversary, which is the crystal anniversary. But, you know, we've been together for 21 years in total, my husband and I. 21 years strong. You know, it's nothing like marrying your very best friend. He's such a wonderful guy, and I'm such a lucky gal, right? Here we go. So I'm only using 2 tomatoes. And so when I got back, I sure as heck did not want to cook because I'm still in vacation mode, right? And it's like you got to kind of ease up on it. So I said, you know what? I got these avocados. Let me hop on here and just YouTube and make this video. So maybe whoever watches would like to try this out. It's delicious. So we also have another dish that is made with bacalao, and that was, I don't know if I should say stewed. Some people would say maybe, you know, it's a guisao a little bit is what we would call it, right? And sometimes my father would make it with a tomato base, and sometimes it's just oil. And to that, you would add like other ingredients like peppers, of course the onions. My father adds cubed eggplant, and egg, you know. And I don't like eggplant, but you know what? I will eat it when it's stewed. And we use that to eat. I said I was going to slice these, and here I am trying to slice them, right? We eat that with root vegetables, meaning yams, you know, malanga, boiled bananas, pana, and it's delicious. But what makes that different than this gazpacho is the fact that when you make it that way to eat it with the root vegetables, it's hot, and this way is cold. And so you can also have this with root vegetables if you like, as a side dish with rice and beans. But one of the favorite ways that we like to eat this is in bread, some pan sobao. We have here some criollo pan sobao. It resembles like Italian bread, right? But it's Puerto Rican bread. It's water bread. And so we'll take a bit of that, slice that bad boy open, and put some of this in there, and oh my God, heaven. So now I'm going to go ahead, excuse me, I apologize. It is so hot, I can't take the sweat. Now we're going to go ahead and get our avocados. Beautiful avocados. Oh, the smell. Oh, my goodness. So here we go. See, it looks like a guido. Christmas comes. It's all about the guidos, man. So here we go. This is a nice ripe one. So we just go in there and make these cuts. Just like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and scoop it out and put it right in here. You know, I had to open up the avocados because the truth of the matter is sometimes they will feel like they're ripe, and when you open them, nope, they're not ripe at all. But you can always tell sometimes when you slice into it because it's so soft. It's like butter. And then you know, yep, you got a good one. So this is definitely a good one, and I'm making a hot mess here, but that's okay. It's all going into the scrumptious gazpacho. And you know, who doesn't love gazpacho here in Puerto Rico? What? It's something that they do all of the time, especially when it's really humid out there and you just don't feel like turning on that stove. You know, because it doesn't take anything to do the bacalao, prepare it on the stove if that's the route you choose to take to remove the salt, or, you know, even better, just take it out and put it in the refrigerator with changing of the water. So there we go. We got a little peel here as well. It can get messy, but it's fun, right? Cooking can be messy sometimes, but that's okay. As long as the ingredients come together, that's all we want. And so here we go. This is actually better than scooping it out, to be honest with you. That spoon scooper is not really that sharp. So here we go. We got this. And you know what? I think I want to go ahead and add my other avocado, only because I'm going to be sharing this, right? Because I never eat alone. When I cook, I share with everyone. So I'll be going over across the street to my parents with a bowl of gazpacho. So here we go. Here we go. And then you know what? I'm just going to scoop this. Trying to be all cute for the camera. Just scoop that bad boy out. And there we go. So that's good. You see how it's coming along? Let me kind of bring this here. So you can see how that's all coming along. It's beautiful gazpacho. The colors are absolutely beautiful. Get all of that like that. The onion separated. I should have done that beforehand, but that's okay. Here we go. And it's looking beautiful. So like I said, I'm going to get all in this because I don't want anybody to get one of these little bones stuck in their gum. Because if you've ever eaten a fish and forgot to get one of those espinas, like we call it in Spanish, ooh, that hurts. And I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. So here we go. Oh, it smells so good. It's so fresh. I love it. Here we go. Getting all of that. I think I had gotten most of the little spine out before I actually put it in the bowl, because I noticed it, and I tried my best not to buy, oh, here we go. Not to buy, excuse me, the ones that have the espinas, the spine, because nobody wants to deal with that. You just want to sit down and enjoy your food and not deal with any of that. So here we go. Ooh, so good. We got it all in there. There we go. Grab my mess and put it aside. I'm going to go ahead and put my, got to return this, right? So I'll return it with some gazpacho, right? How about that? And here we go. We got that. Now what we're going to do is we are going to put some pepper. Actually, that's my sauce. Some pepper, a little bit of pepper, because you want to season. You want to season the tomatoes and the onions and whatnot. And just a little bit of salt, not too much, because you already have salt in the salted pork. Here we go. Making a hot mess here. As always, when does Lucy not make a hot mess when she's cooking, right? And now here we have some 100% extra virgin olive oil. And you're going to do a couple of tablespoons. You want a couple of tablespoons in here. That's about it. And you want to splash about a tablespoon of vinegar. Right, actually, I'm going to do capfuls because sometimes I could be heavy-handed. And I don't want to. And here we go. We'll do one more. There we go. And then we're going to start mixing this beautiful gazpacho up. Oh my God. It's looking so good. I can't wait to get up in this. Here we go. Make sure all that extra virgin olive oil and all that vinegar has gone through and through. So yeah, I love this, especially at lunchtime. You know, it's quick. If you just have this in the refrigerator, oh, stick it in some bread. It is divine. It's great for cookouts, you know. It's just easy, it's just fresh, and it's delicious. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead, because I got to be extra fancy. Let me go get my cilantro. You don't have to do this, but I love cilantro. So give me 1 second. Let's see, I want cilantro. Let's see if I actually have some. And I do. And I pre-wash my herbs when I get them. So this is ready for me to go ahead and cut a little bit to get that extra little kick in there, you know. Here we go. Get that all cut up and minced. Not so much, you know, how you like it. There we go. We're gonna, whoo, there we go. It's raining cilantro. Raining cilantro. And look at that. That is just beautiful. Put all this stuff here to the side. Ooh. Don't want to lose that. Here we go. Look at me, que fancy, ¿verdad? So here we have this wonderful salad. I'm going to go ahead and serve myself a little bit. Go ahead and serve myself a little bit. I want a little bit of cilantro. There we go. And I want you guys to see that. Isn't that just delicious? Very simple and very delicious. I absolutely love it. And let's see, make sure that it's very well seasoned. Delicious. Oh my God. Perfect. That's good. That's good, people. You need to try this. Gazpacho. Puerto Rican gazpacho. Nice salted fish salad. It's refreshing. It's delicious. It will not disappoint. I'm going to go ahead and put this recipe in the description below. I want you to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed my video, and please subscribe so I can grow my little community here. And as always, God bless. And until the next time, see ya. Bye-bye.